Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Melita. It's nice to meet you. Welcome to the Saturday Eikaiwa stream. Today's topic is beginning a new academic year, and I've prepared some discussion questions. So we'll get right into it. So first question, when does the academic year start in your country? Well, you'll probably guess why I chose this as a topic when I answer this question. So the academic year in the United States, it starts around September or August. It depends on the state and the county that you live in. But basically the end of summer is when kids will start going back to school. It's also when universities will start their classes. So I've heard in Japan, the beginning of your academic year is April. So it's a little different. You guys go back to school in the spring and we go back to school in the fall. So yeah, so right now, everyone's pretty busy because kids are going back to school, and especially after everything that's been going on, it's a little crazy because now the kids have gone from being homeschooled to in-person classes again. So yeah, like even me, I have not been on my university's campus since like March of 2020, last year, and this past week I was there for like the first time in so long. It was a little weird. So but I wasn't even there for a class because the class that I'm taking is online, but there was an event going on. It was like a welcome week, you know. They were Sorry, it's kind of early in the morning. They were welcoming us back. Sorry, that word was really hard to get out for some reason. And so there was free food, and so of course I came to campus for free food. So, yeah. So that's when we start. Sorry, I had to mute real quick to clear my throat. So next question. In America, we have the popular slogan, "Back to School," which is used by schools, stores, etc. to remind students and parents that school is starting soon. Does your country have a similar slogan? And I'll repeat that 2 more times. I think I just realized I forgot to repeat the first question. Sorry about that. In America, we have the popular slogan, "Back to School," which is used by schools, stores, etc. to remind students and parents that school is starting soon. Does your country have a similar slogan? In America, we have the popular slogan, "Back to School," which is used by schools, stores, etc. to remind students and parents that school is starting soon. Does your country have a similar slogan? And so, like I said, you would usually see this, I mean, it's pretty much everywhere. Like if you listen to the radio, and there are commercials on the radio, they might mention it's back to school, you know, and the stores, they'll have signs up for it, and usually there will be special sales going on. because, and it's for lots of different things. It could be for electronics, because maybe, the students might need laptops, or the parents might want to buy laptops for the students. Or there are these special calculators that they tell us that we need for our math and science classes. So those are the kind of electronics that we might be trying to buy at the beginning of the academic year. And then, of course, clothing. That's a big thing. Everyone, all the stores are saying like, oh, you need new clothes, so you can look cool when you go back to school. So, and then, of course, school supplies like paper, notebooks, pencils, pens, all of that stuff. So yeah, there are a lot of stores that will have that slogan, like on signs and stuff. So I don't think it's like random stuff though, like cars. Like I don't think car dealerships will be like back to school. It's specific stores. So, and then anywhere else, because like my church was mentioning like, oh, we're gonna have a back to school night to celebrate teachers and to encourage them just to have a good year and stuff like that. So lots of different places will use it. So next question. In your country, how many semesters are in an academic year? In your country, how many semesters are in an academic year? In your country, how many semesters are in an academic year? Sorry, I had to mute again. I'm still a little congested from last week, sorry. So in America, we have 2 semesters for each academic year. The first semester, obviously, it's, it starts now. So that's about from August. Well, let's see, it depends. If you're university, it will start like the end of August or the beginning of September, and it should finish in December before Christmas. Like usually for university, my classes will finish 2 weeks before Christmas. So, and then the second semester will start at the end of January or the beginning of February, and it will end sometime in May for university. But if you are in like elementary, middle school, or high school, that starts sometime in August or September. And if I remember right, it ends in January, I'm pretty sure. I went to high school a while ago, so. But, yeah, sometime in January, and then I think the new semester also starts in January, the spring semester, and then that should end sometime in June. So if you're in the younger age groups, that's when you would be going to school. So recently I learned that in Japan they have 3 semesters. I did not know that. I've known about their academic year starting in April for a while, but I did not know that they had 3 semesters. So that's very interesting. Somebody told me when they were, but I forget now. But yeah, so that's pretty interesting. So next question. Does your school have any special events or ceremonies to celebrate the start of a new academic year? Does your school have any special events or ceremonies to celebrate the start of a new academic year? Does your school have any special events or ceremonies to celebrate the start of a new academic year? Kind of. So for high school, I remember when we were a freshman and just starting high school, I remember that there was a special day that we came to the school. It was like before the semester had actually started. And like they had a lot of speeches and stuff where they talked to us, and then we walked around to the rooms where our classes would be in. And it was kind of just like, introducing us to high school life. But I'm pretty sure that was only for ninth grade. I don't remember them doing that again. But once the school year started, I remember we would have something called a pep rally. And that was just like we'd all go out to the football field and sit in the stands, and then like our principal would give speeches, and then they would introduce like the sports teams and things. But it was only like the ones that were active, I think, for the fall semester. So like the football team, they would introduce the players, and I guess whatever sports are active at that time of year. I forget which ones. So and they had like the marching band would be there, and they would be performing, and then like the cheerleaders. So it was like a time to like encourage school spirit and stuff. So I mean, I liked it because I think we got out of class early. So of course I liked it because it meant we didn't have to study as much that day. But that's the only thing I remember from my school. But I mean, every school in America is different. So it could be if you went to a different school, they might have something else. For universities, they, I mean, I'm sure there's tons of activities. Like they have something called Welcome Week. And there is, well, I don't know, they might call it something different at, another university, but usually there's activities at the beginning of the year that students can participate in so that they can meet other students and make friends and get to know the campus and get involved in like any clubs and activities that are there. So I think usually there is a day when all of the clubs they meet in a certain area. Like it might be outside or it might be in the gym. I think one year we did it in a gym, but like the clubs will come and set up like kind of an information stand, and like students can walk around and look at the different clubs that are at our school and decide if they want to join or not. So it could be anything from like a dance club or like a music related club or like a chess club, all sorts of different things. So yeah, I don't usually go. I'm pretty antisocial at school, so I don't usually go. So I'm pretty busy because I started working pretty early when I was in college, and so I'm usually just at home sleeping or relaxing, so I don't usually do a lot of socializing in college. So yeah, but that's the only things that I can think of. But it can be different for every school. All the universities and colleges, they do their own thing, and then even like the high schools and middle schools, they all do different stuff. So, and then of course the private schools, they have their own school culture that might be different from public schools. So the next question. On what holidays are schools and universities in your country closed? On what holidays are schools and universities in your country closed? On what holidays are schools and universities in your country closed? Well, I remember when I was in Japan, you guys had a lot of holidays. And the university that I was studying at, we got off a lot of days for I think September, because I remember first coming there and there were just like tons of days we didn't have class. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. I really love Golden Week. Golden Week is super cool. But for America, for the month of September, we have Labor Day, and that's actually this weekend. It's the first Monday in September. I don't really know what the holiday is for, to be honest. There are a lot of holidays that like nobody really knows what they're for or why they exist or what the theme behind them is, and Labor Day is one of them. I'm not sure what it's even supposed to be for. But yeah, that's on the first Monday of September, and so yeah, so this coming Monday is a holiday, and my university is closed. So for people who had classes on Monday, they don't have to go. But for university, it actually kind of stinks because we don't get that many days off from school. Because, well, for my university, Labor Day is the only thing that we get off. And then in October, there isn't anything. There are no holidays. For November, there is Thanksgiving. So usually we'll get like the Thursday and the Friday off. And then after that, it's nothing. So we just have to, wait till finals and the semester ends. So, because Christmas is after our semester will be over. So yeah, we don't have any holidays in December. So, but for high school, I remember having a lot more days off. Let's see, and of course we had Labor Day, but then I'm not sure if this is just the area where I lived in or if this is something that's national where all the schools in America get off for these days, but there are a lot of Jewish holidays, I think in September and October. I forget. I'm not Jewish, so I don't exactly know what their calendar is like. But yeah, they have very important religious holidays, I believe in September and maybe in October. And so when I was in high school, we would have vacation days on those days. So I think Yom Kippur is one of the ones that I remember, and I don't remember what the other one was called. Yeah, but those days we would have holidays for that. And then yeah, it pretty much was the same as university, where November you'd have Thanksgiving, and then Christmas we would of course get off for Christmas. You have to have off for Christmas. That's like a major holiday in America. I think it usually was like a 2-week vacation period where we would have off for Christmas and then also for New Year's, and then we'd come back. So maybe 2 weeks or a week and a half. So it was a pretty long holiday. So yeah, those are the holidays for the fall semester. For the spring semester, we have a couple of holidays. For university, there's President's Day. I forget if we have off for there's Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. I think we have off for that. I'm not sure. Yeah, I kind of forget, because it all depends on what day you have classes on. Because if you don't have classes on the holiday, then it doesn't really affect you at all. So, sometime in the spring we will have spring break for university. So, that's about like a week. We don't have to come to classes for that, and that's about it. So, I think for like high school, you would have, the President's Day, Martin Luther King, well, we call it like MLK Jr. We would get his birthday off as a holiday, and then I think for Easter, we might have time off. And then we have spring break. I forget which month we would usually have it in though. And that's pretty much it. That's all I remember. Yeah, but we don't have any cool holidays like Golden Week where it's just like an entire week off. So, other than spring break, but I mean, I think Japan has spring break too, so. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Just every once in a while, we get vacation days from school. Okay, so next question. Does your school have snow days or any other type of weather-related days off? Does your school have snow days or any other type of weather-related days off? Does your school have snow days or any other type of weather-related days off? And so a snow day is what we call a day where schools are closed because of snow-related weather. So like if there's a blizzard or if it just snows a little too much, yeah, then they'll close down the schools and everyone, all the kids and the teachers, we get a day off. So those are always pretty awesome. So, and usually they announce that, you can check the school's website. I think you would go to the county website, because every public school system, every county has their own public school system. So you would go to the whatever county it is, their public school's website, and they'll tell you like if classes are closed. Sometimes we might get half days or like a late start where like if you start at like 6 or 7, it'll be like 9 or 10 or something like that. So, but it depends on where you live though, because if you live somewhere where it doesn't normally snow a lot, then you're probably more likely to get a day off for snow. But if you live in like the northern states where it always snows like every year and it always snows a lot, they actually don't close schools that often. And it's because like if they closed school every time it snowed, the kids would be out of school too much and it would cause a problem. So they don't close it unless it's like very, very severe weather. So, but yeah, I mean, that depends on what state you live in, of course, because I have cousins who live in Florida, and of course it does not snow there. So, I don't think they've ever gotten the chance to experience a snow day because I don't think they've lived anywhere else except Florida. So, yeah, yep, that's unfortunate for them. So, but I mean, I think for them, they would probably, the kind of weather that they would have down there that would close the schools is probably hurricanes. So, and we just had some very, very bad weather recently in the United States. So yeah, that would happen. On the East Coast too, you could have hurricane related weather. So, because I think in New Jersey, and other states in that area, they got hit with a couple hurricanes in the past. So and then there are other states that have tornadoes, like Kansas, where Dorothy was from. Those kind of states, certain seasons will be tornado seasons. So, and then in California, they have earthquakes sometimes. So you might have school closed for that. Well, I guess that's not really the weather though, but it's some sort of a natural disaster. I guess too, if it's severe cold, like very, very low temperatures, there's a possibility they could close school for that. Definitely if it is like elementary, middle school, and high school levels, they're more likely to close schools. But universities, because we're all adults, you might not have the school closed. It just depends. So, because kids, they're always careful, but for college students in our society, we're considered to be adults, so we don't always get that special treatment. So, because we're not kids anymore. So yeah, or if it's somewhere that's super super hot, they might close it. Like maybe like if it's during the summer, because we have summer school, and if it's very very hot, they might close the schools. So or if the school, I heard one time, like this was a city school, like their heater wasn't working, so it was like super cold in the school, so they just didn't have classes that day. So, but that was just specifically that school building. So things like that, they might shut the school down for the day. Oh, okay. Well, congratulations if you have reached this point. We've completed all of the questions for today. So today's stream actually kind of got me excited because now it's the beginning of a school year, so a lot of interesting things. You can, well, there is one club that I'm involved in at school, so I might be going out to hang out with people, so I'm kind of excited. And also fall is coming and I love fall, so yeah, today's stream topic kind of got me a little excited and happy. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions for the people who watch the archive, if you have any questions about any of the English that was used today on the slides or anything that you might have heard me say, you can feel free to comment your question down in the comment section and I will read it and respond. Yes, oh, and I also will be adding timestamps for all of the questions, so for anyone who's watching the archive, you can just click on the questions and you can leave your answers and I'll read it. So yeah, you can still participate even after the stream is over. So, but yep, that's it for today. So the next stream will be on Wednesday, and that will be the word game stream. So, and then of course on next week, Friday and Saturday, we will have the book club stream, and also another one of these streams, the Eikaiwa stream. These streams are kind of just meant for like chatting. So, but okay, that's all for now. Thanks for coming to the stream. See you next time. Mata ne. Bye bye.